This time of year it's never easy. Like the leaves start falling and that's like, it reminds me of everything that, we went through that time. But I just bought a new car. And so I said, I'm gonna go up and see mom and dad, and because they wanted to see the new car. So I go up on a Friday night, show them the car, everything's great, and drive my mom around, whatever. And I'm not a religious man, but something pushed me out of that house that evening. I'm convinced of it. It was bizarre. It's one of the few experiences in my life I can't explain. But I wasn't meant to be in that house that night. But shame on my parents. I love my parents. Shame on them because they were warned multiple times to leave the home, and they didn't leave the home. Maybe if I was there, I could have got them out. But my dad was very stubborn. He said, we've lived through this. We've seen the water this high. It's not a big deal. Little did they know the water got to the bottom line of the telephone pole half a mile up the street. It's unbelievable. You don't understand the power of water until you actually see it. I drove home that evening in the worst rain I've ever driven in. Woke up the next morning to a phone call that something bad's happened up there. And so I get in the car and I drive back up. And at that point, it's like, you couldn't get from one side of the town to the other. Once I saw the devastation, you kind of already know. In the back of your head, this thing, like they're not here. At that point in your life, like I'm a 20-year-old kid who just had his home ripped away, his mom and dad ripped away, like everything he knows is now gone. So like, what do you do? And so all I did was I surrounded myself with my extended family. And like they helped me, supported me through that process and figuring out what I'm gonna do. The whole community just wrapped their arms around me and they really helped me, which was amazing. And I can't thank them enough for that. When you go through something like that, you kind of relive it over and over and over again. And the pain is obviously significant in the beginning and it gets a little less every day. It made me grow up a lot faster than I probably wanted to. There was many times where I was like, man, I wish I could just go say hi to him and ask him some advice, but it's not possible. For a long time, there was this void in my life, like an emptiness. I met my wife and things were great and things got better. But once we had our first son, like that void is completely gone. And it's interesting, and I can only contribute it to the fact that like you now have to put someone before yourself. And as soon as that happens, like he's my world. He's my everything. And so that void has definitely been filled.